displays announced, I was so excited. This is really a big step into the future of glasses and wearables, and I immediately set up a time to go demo it at Best Buy. When I went, I honestly was a little bit underwhelmed and really wasn't sure if I wanted to buy a pair. They're $800. It seemed like a lot of the features were maybe half-baked or not ready for prime time, but luckily enough, I met a super nice guy in line. He went ahead and got a pair, and he's letting me borrow his and do the whole unboxing and try them out for a week before he takes them. And this little review video is just going to be my general thoughts after a week of use, so let's get right into it. Now let's take a closer look at the glasses case and the neural band. Here you can see the glasses are charging while they're folded up into this case, and they easily slide out just like that. The glasses have about 6 hours per charge, and this case has 24 additional hours that it gives the glasses. It folds up really nicely and slim so it can fit into a pocket or a bag. And when you put them back onto the case just like that, they're charging very easily. Now, looking at the neural band, it is required to give you tight control over the glasses. It goes on pretty easily here. It's supposed to sit right above the wrist bone, and you want it really tight. I've had a couple of times when I didn't really have it on properly and the controls just weren't working as well as I had expected. And then taking off the neural band, honestly, is a little tough. You have to pull kind of hard on it. Filming from the glasses themselves, looking in the mirror so you can see what they look like on my face. We've got the white LED showing that I'm recording. Camera right here. They don't look too bad. Right now, I'm looking straight at myself in the mirror. If I want to look and focus on that display, it looks like that. I'm kind of looking right down at the display right beneath my right eye here. And when I'm ready to stop recording, I can go ahead and go like this. One of the nice things about these glasses is I don't need to wear the neural band to do a lot of the functions. So right now, display is off, nothing's working, but I can go ahead and still tap here. And that resumes my music or whatever I was listening to. I can long press for Meta AI. Play Red Hot Chili Peppers. And I can see now confirming Red Hot Chili Peppers, there we go. And then I see a little display of what's playing. Now, do I really need that display? No, but now we're playing Red Hot Chili Peppers. And then if I want to increase my volume, 2 fingers along like this. And then if I want to take a picture, I can just press once on the shutter button here or record by long pressing. And when I'm starting to record, I see right here in my vision, the viewfinder. And then, of course, here we are recording a video straight from the glasses with, again, no neural band. Okay, I'm getting ready to take the dog on a walk. In the meantime, though, I just got a text from my aunt. And I was worried that I would only be able to text and kind of do dictation and controls and replies with the neural band and all that only on WhatsApp. But it looks like I can do texting just normally with these glasses, which is actually a great win. So the display just went off again because I wasn't doing anything. We're gonna turn it on. I read the text, and then I have the option to dictate, give a thumbs up or a heart. So I'm kind of scrolling around, and it has some pre-selected messages, just like a little thank you, will do, etc. But I'm gonna dictate. Thanks for reaching out, comma, he's doing really well, period. He's off his drugs now and can go see other dogs normally. We will give you a call soon to catch up. Hope all is well. Sent. Perfect dictation right there. My dog's been sick and he's better now, so that's fun. Okay, let's take the dog for a walk. We'll talk about a few more features while I'm out there, and let's go. Let's go for a walk, come on. Come on. Another thing I love about these glasses is the audio. It sounds really good. Just playing some music here while I go on this walk. As I'm walking outside with these glasses, it's interesting. I'm noticing a few, I would say almost artifacts in my vision on, of course, the right lens where the display is. When I look at this tiny little section of view, I see like 2 tiny blue lines just to the right of where the display normally is. I don't know what exactly is going on there, and the light just has to catch them perfectly. But yeah, I see like a couple of tiny blue like rainbow lines. I would barely notice it unless I'm like really looking for it, and it only shows up again when the light hits it right, because I got the sun in my eyes over here. So that's interesting. Now, of course, I have my hat on, but the transitions are doing a pretty good job. It's a pretty sunny day here, and I have quite sensitive eyes. These are doing a fine job. You can see they're not totally dark, and I'll take the hat off in a minute and kind of really test them and see if they get any darker, but yeah, not bad. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can convince my dog to do a little sprint with me. Let's test out this action cam. Let's go, let's go. Woo, woo, good boy. All right, we'll see how that looks. Also, while we're at it, we got some construction going on over here. So we'll see how good my voice sounds over the engines here of their lift. Yeah, like this is a pretty loud little construction site here. I know these glasses got a few microphones on here, which are meant to do a pretty good job of focusing the audio. All right, let me catch my breath. Walter, good boy. Sit. Shake. Watch. Good boy. Good boy. All right, I'm not a backwards hat kind of guy, but I'm doing it for you guys. I've had my hat backwards for a few minutes now. Sun is directly into my face. I can't really look at it, but we can see these transitions. I'm going close up here. They're looking a bit better now. They, I think, are doing their job quite well. Again, with my sensitive eyes, totally fine using these as sunglasses. I want to take a look at the display, how it might look from your perspective if I have this on full brightness. So right now, display is off. We're gonna go turn on the display. Display is on. I'm on half brightness. Full brightness. Ooh, so here we go. It just went off. There's my screen of the phone. We're gonna turn on the display. So maybe you can see it a little bit actually. But this is full brightness in a dark room. It's too bright for me. Like it's a super vibrant display. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it. That's about 1/3 brightness, which is really all I would need in a darker room like this. So after a few days with these glasses, I think I have a bit of a final verdict. I personally would not be buying these glasses yet. There are some functions that I really like, but overall, a lot of the display specific and control specific functions just don't feel like they're quite there yet or ready for prime time. This is actually the first pair of Meta smart glasses that I played with for more than a few minutes, and there are a lot of things that I really like. Having the camera to do photos and videos kind of whenever I want to capture those little moments with my pet is great. Having audio right here next to my ears that is semi-private and allows me to just play music or podcast whenever I think about it, rather than having to bring my headphones with me or to take calls, I think is fantastic. But you might realize these are functions that are available for any of the Meta smart glasses. When adding in the display, what functionality does it really bring you? It still feels a bit distracting if you're trying to answer a text or even look through the viewfinder to try to take a photo or video. Yeah, it's kind of cool, but I really don't want to buy a pair of glasses to give me that little bit of extra functionality when I could just take out my phone. Now, there are a couple of functions that I did really like. The live captions, I think, is fantastic, especially if you're in a busy restaurant or something like that. I think people could find that very useful. Live translation, also very useful. The walking directions feature is very cool. I can imagine on your bike as well, if you're just trying to get some quick directions. I think that's actually a great use case. But these special use cases that really do make sense for the display, I think are kind of few and far between. The controls, as I mentioned, they've been just a little bit finicky. Sometimes they work, I'd say 95% of the time. Other times I feel like it was working maybe 60% of the time. Again, that could be based on the fit. Maybe I'm just not quite used to how to put this on properly. There have been a lot of times when I really feel like the controls are working well, and then I try to select something and it's just not really working. So the question in my mind is, okay, is that a bug or is it an actual control issue? Sometimes it's hard to tell. Another feature I was really excited to try was the handwriting feature.
that's not out yet. Keep in mind, this really is a first-gen product in a sense, the first see-through glasses from Meta that do have a display. At the end of the day, I think I would still advise going more towards those new Oakley Gen 2s or the Meta Ray-Ban Gen 2s that are pretty standard with just the audio, the AI, and the cameras. I just don't think there's enough of a use case for having a display in your glasses quite yet. Obviously, this is where things are going. You've got a lot of interesting products coming out. I think Project Orion, which Meta was showing off, almost a year ago now, looks very promising, but this kind of halfway there solution that we're seeing, I think is just not quite worth that $800 price tag at the moment. I think it's just a product I would not recommend for most people. Something I will give points for is the comfort. I've kind of forgotten these are on my face. Yeah, they look a little bit chunky, but I've been wearing these for hours and have barely noticed the weight. If anything, maybe just like a little bit on the bridge of the nose, but the amount of tech packed in here, very impressive to keep it this lightweight. Is it stylish? I don't know if I would say so, but I think for now, I'm gonna stick to my normal glasses. If you have any questions about the glasses that I didn't cover on this video, feel free to let me know in the comments. I'll do my best to answer them. And stay tuned because more XR, smart glasses, VR reviews are coming soon. Thanks again.